was refreshing. I was able to just sit back in the fourth quarter and just enjoy a game for once instead of having agita as I've had the past few weeks. Look, the Eagles, it is October. It is the month of Halloween, and like I said in the pregame vid, the bugaboo team for us over the years have been the Arizona Cardinals. Right? They've been the boogeyman for us. They have been one of those teams, and EDP so eloquently said it in his videos. This damn team. We have struggled against the Cardinals, and it doesn't matter who their quarterback was, or who else was on their team, or what the records were. For one thing, Larry Fitzgerald has always killed the Eagles. You know, and whoever their quarterback was in those games always found a way. You know, and they have been a problem. They have been a real problem, and it goes back to the days when they were in the NFC East. And it's like never easy against this team, right? Well, today it was easy. It was like, man, we were owed one after all of that over the years, right? We were owed one of these games at least, right? So the Eagles get out and they absolutely punch the Cardinals in the beak to start the game, 21-0. First of all, I gotta give a Mighty Fan game ball here to the special teams. They did an absolutely fantastic job today. And when we talk about good teams, it's always the offense and the defense that gets talked about, but the special teams always seems to be forgotten. Well, today, obviously, look, I mean, the Cardinals made some mistakes trying to return the ball out deep in the end zone a few times, and they paid for it, right? They got hit, they got taken down, bad field position to start. Barner brought back to the Eagles, had a big game, had a big return to help set up another, touchdown for the Eagles early there. And, Jake Elliott, again, perfect on the day, no missed kicks. Great job there by the long snapper, by the holder, by the kicker. Those are, sometimes you just forget about that, those aspects of the game. And also a great job there by the Eagles when the Cardinals had a tiny flicker. They were like, hey, we're going to remind you about us Eagle fans. We're going to remind you, after an interception on Wentz in the end zone, the Cardinals going the other way, having a little drive there to end the half, and, a 50-plus yard field goal by the veteran Dawson gets blocked. And that was big. I mean, look, the grand scheme of things, look, who knows, maybe the game ends 34-10 instead of 34-7. But at that point in the game, it was like the Eagles told the Cardinals, no, you're still done. That was a big block. That was a big block and a great special teams play by a special teams unit that had a great game. Great game. And the Eagles, I've said this the last few years, they're one of the best, if not the best special teams units. Great job by Coach Phipp. And it just doesn't matter. It's next man up. Sproles, God bless him. He'll always be one of my favorite Eagles. I hope he comes back next year. But he goes down. They bring Barner in off the street. Say, all right, you know this team. We're going to bring you back. And he has a nice game today. He really does. He took over for Smallwood at the third string running back position. He did a nice job there too. I got to give another game ball. Obviously, another Mighty Fan game ball has to go to Carson Wentz, the quarterback, the leader. Just, again, phenomenal. He had a career-high 4-touchdown game, 300-plus yards passing, 1 interception. Just a nice play by the Cardinals DB there in the end zone. But great game by Carson. He was just throwing the ball all over the place, just throwing darts. Had some nice long balls, too. He missed a couple. But he did throw some nice touch on some of those long ball passes, right? The people we were saying, oh, he can't throw the long ball. And a nice job. You know what? I know he dropped one today. But a nice job by Nelson Aguilar. Give him credit. We're gonna say things about him last year, right? When he's dropping, when he looks like Butterfingers every time the ball's coming to him. But this year he has really played well, and he had a great touchdown. Absolutely made that rookie DB by the Cardinals look silly. And then he does kind of the little Deshaun Jackson impersonation going into the end zone. Reminded me of Deshaun against Dallas those many years ago in Dallas to seal a win for the Eagles. Just a great game all around by the O. Great game all around by the D. Again, look, you don't run against this defense. Now this Thursday night's going to be the first big test, I think, for them. As far as a run-stopping defense, because the Panthers have a really good running game. They have Stewart, they have McCaffrey, and, of course, Newton. So you got to be careful there. But you know what? They played so well. This defensive line is one of the best in the league. They will stop you. They will get you. They will bring you down. And they're going to be tested this week for sure against Carolina. Absolutely, it's going to be a tough game on the road. Quick turnaround for both teams. Both teams coming off wins. So it is going to be a test. And, we talk about these kind of measuring stick games, right? And this could be one of those measuring stick games for the Eagles. And maybe even for the Panthers, for what it's worth. It's going to be a tough game and a tough atmosphere. But when you have a good defense and you have a good special teams and an offense that's feeling confident, that travels. I mean, you can take that with you. No matter what stadium you're playing in, you can play with that kind of confidence, and you can get it done. Great job today, and I got you again. We do get on him at times when mistakes are made, but we have to give praise too. And Coach Peterson, I think, had a great game plan. And it's easy to keep it up when you're 21-0 in the lead early on, but the play calling was phenomenal. The execution, of course, by the players was phenomenal. They hit him with short passes. They hit him with deep passes. They were running the ball. They stuck to the run. The Eagles had more yards on the ground against the Cardinals, more than any other team so far this season. So a great job by the Eagles, by the play calling. It was just everything worked. And it's nice to have games where things always going to go right. It's not always the case. We know this. But it's nice to have a game like this just to watch and enjoy when everything's just clicking on all cylinders. And it was a joy to watch it. It really was. Nice job all around. I mean, Carson absolutely, again. And the thing about this offense is who do you cover, right? Because there really isn't a one or two receiver that, he's just going to go. That was one of the things that Carson, he was a rookie, a year ago, but he was really kind of focused there for a time on Jordan Matthews or Zach Ertz. It was Matthews, it was Ertz. Well, no one else was really catching the ball, but more Matthews and Ertz, right? Matthews, Ertz, Matthews, right? Well, this year, and he has found Ertz quite a lot, but he has been spreading that ball around. And today you saw it, right? Torrey Smith, you had Jeffrey, you had Ertz, you had Bartram with the first touchdown, you had, the ball just went everywhere. And as an opposing defense, that's tough because you just don't know who do you focus on, who do you try to stop. And by the way, the quarterback is pretty elusive too. So that makes it that much more difficult. Now this week they are going up against a very tough defense, and the Carolina Panthers, a smart defense, veterans. But at the same time, if this offense can continue to have that balance, right, that pass run pass balance, that type of offense can travel. You can still have success even on the road with it. You just got to stick to that game plan. You can't let. Of course, the game can't snowball. They can't go behind 21-0 early or something like that. Then that changes things. But you have to have that balance. And it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out on Thursday night. I look forward to it. I really do. I do want to give a shout out here real quick to my buddy Mark M. I know if you noticed I didn't have the the weekly Madden game. I never did get to it this week, and I'm not even sure if I can get to it this coming week. It might even be till next weekend. What I would do then is I would just play the Cardinal game, and then I would play the Panther game, maybe one day, one the next kind of deal, because the Eagles obviously don't play next Sunday. Might be easier to do that. But we went to the Lehigh Valley Phantoms game last night, and it was the first time we've seen the Phantoms play in many years, back when they were known as the Philadelphia Phantoms. Of course, they're the AHL affiliate to the Flyers. Their season and home opener was last night. We went there at PPL Center and saw them beat the rival Hershey Bears who are the Washington Capitals affiliates. And interestingly enough, the Bears at one time were the Flyers minor league affiliate, but of course, FAMS came along. The Bears got to eventually be the Capitals affiliate. So 7-2 win. Just a great way to start their season, and we were there, and it was a lot of fun. I told him after the game, I said we should just make an annual tradition out of this. Last few years, we've gone with some friends to see them, the Iron Pigs, who are the Phillies AAA affiliate in Lehigh Valley. We've seen them play, and I told Mark, we were joking afterwards, games we've been to at Lehigh Valley, the representing team is 3-0. So any of the people at the ticket offices there say, hey, let's get Mark M. the Mighty Fan to more games. But no, great time. And anytime you can watch a hockey game in person, it's always a ton of fun. So great things there. And again, thank you to my buddy Mark M. And he does a great job with his Season of the Fan series for the Flyers, as I try to do here for the Eagles. And so far, hey, off to a 4-1 start. I'm a little concerned, though. I haven't heard anything about Lane Johnson. Obviously, left the game, didn't return, so I don't know about his status. I guess we'll find out as time goes on, but that would be a tough one because, as we all know, one of the things that derailed last season was when Lane left to the suspension, and things just kind of snowballed the bad way after that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Hopefully Lane comes back for this game against the Panthers on Thursday night. But anyhow, great win today, Eagles Nation. We were able to just sit back, relax, and enjoy one. We were earned this one right after those games this season. And oh, by the way, Giants are still winless. Redskins off the bye, 2-2, and Dallas. Well, they got discount double checked again. No revenge for them. Game ball, another one I gotta give to Aaron Rodgers. Because now the local Dallas fans get to be quiet again this week. It's always good when we win and they lose. It always makes for good weeks. All right, everyone. Well, all you in Eagles Nation, big win again today. We're 4-1. We go to Carolina Thursday night. Big game in Carolina. 2 4-1 teams. It should be a great challenge and test for our Birds. But hey, you know what? If they continue to do what they've done the past few weeks, I see no reason why they couldn't be 5-1 coming off that game. And what an incredible thing that would be, right? Can you imagine? Wow. All right, everyone. Let's go Birds as always, and I'll see you around the channel. Take care, everyone.